That's all that comes out.
Recording in progress.
Racism.
Yeah, that's great. Great start to the pod.
That's all we're talking about today.
Right out the gate. Something light and easy.
Yeah, something light and easy for your Friday, or probably come out Saturday, tomorrow, my birthday. Tomorrow's my birthday. Racism.
Oh, it's June already. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's June already. Can you believe it?
No. You got a whole new energy. We both have a whole new energy. You in the morning and me in the evening.
I might be a little sassy this morning.
Yeah, you get a little grumpy in the morning.
I'm a little sassy. I got the sass turned up. You know, I was Googling. I got my shorts on today.
Hey, nice legs.
Thanks. Oh, my disgusting heathenist tattoos.
So
Um,
is it like or a military regulation to shave your legs? Is that
Nice. Yes. Um, I was looking up if men have a hormonal cycle like women do.
and can they link up? Can they cycle up, sync
I
up?
bet they can. I
Yeah.
bet they can. Because like if you're I guarantee you those like super toxic machismo quote unquote alpha males, like definitely when they get around each other, they're like, you know, they're like testosterone starts boiling and they don't know how to control it and they just like start, turning into gorillas around each other. But it turns out, yeah, men have a hormonal cycle. It's obviously far less complicated and it's much simpler and, not as intricate or as important, I think, as females. Um, but yeah, we do have one. I mean, I already knew.
It's very binary, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the
Meaning it's
morning time.
yeah.
It's like on or off, basically. I think it has to do with our mood a lot too, and our obviously our diet and stuff. But I think it's just like in the morning, your testosterone levels are higher, and then they just like, and then sleep. That's how important sleep is too, and then you get some sleep, and then comes back up, literally.
If you put it in a visualizer, it's just like a perfect teardrop shape, like of our
Yeah,
cycle. Whereas
probably.
whereas women is like it looks like a seismograph.
Yeah, maybe, but they definitely experience. But it's like more for men. It's I don't know. They don't. Unfortunately, I guess for women too, because obviously we getting older sucks for everybody. Um, More for women in particular, I'm sure, with hormones. But
This is
for
your
men, it's
podcast just
like,
bashing women right out the gate.
no, I'm bashing men.
Okay.
I wish that I don't know, and there's like not a lot of literature. I'm fine because I'm approaching tomorrow. I'm gonna turn 36. I'm down the hill to sorry. I'm up the hill. I'm over this peak and of my mid 30s, and now I'm going up to 40,
Yeah.
right? So I'm sure my Instagram algorithm is going to be inundated with like test boosters, hormonal supplements, shit like that. So, and I'm just,
Themselves.
oh my God, there's going to be just so much bullshit out there, I'm sure.
Knee
I mean, there already
braces.
is.
Lots of knee braces and ankle weights.
Those fucking stupid copper infused knee braces that like
Uh
Brett Favre was selling. Remember that guy?
quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, right?
Yeah.
And then he
Mm-hmm.
moved somewhere before he
Yeah,
left
he went to the Vikings.
Vikings.
But yeah, you don't hear much about that guy anymore, huh?
Did he get canceled?
I think he ran like some kind of internet scheme or something like that.
Bitcoin scam.
It was something like that. Like
Yeah.
yeah, it was something
It got a
that he
couple
was
of
involved in.
celebrities, didn't it? That were kind of peddling. They got caught peddling stuff.
Maybe,
They didn't
yeah.
really
I
know
can't
what
really.
they were doing.
Yeah, I think that was it. They were just obviously looking for a a nest egg in retirement. They were just like, yeah, I'll get on board, whatever this. I have no idea what it is. Yeah, we'll sell this. He should have just stuck with the copper knee braces,
I
but
was
he
pretty
didn't.
skeptical as it is.
Yeah, stay in your lane, Brett. Um, s- like we will stop talking about women's hormonal cycles now.
Yeah, I was just like, first of all, two cis white males have no right commenting. But you know what? I know humans that are female, so I think I have a say. Like I have a unique perspective on uh on women because I know women.
Yeah, you lord over one right now. You definitely call the shots in that house for sure.
Oh my
100%.
oh my god.
100%. You definitely make all of the decisions day to day, big or small, in that house.
Gotta
Being
gotta run
married,
them by me first.
being married to an older Korean woman. Sorry to age her, but there's definitely no way that she has more sway in that house than you do.
Just before she's like, "Oh, did you transfer all your money to me yet?"
Oh, by the way, Colt,
Just a
I
normal
noticed that
thing in the
all, yeah.
conversation. Normal kind
I
of conversation in our house.
By the way, Cole, I noticed that your paycheck did get direct deposited straight into my checking account, but I noticed that your emergency fund wasn't isn't under my name anymore and social security number. So if you could go ahead and get that fixed preferably before you make dinner and wash all of my clothes. Thanks. I'm gonna go back to my shows now, my dramas.
it's not that picture you're painting, but I'm
Yeah,
not gonna.
only half your paycheck goes into her checking account, her separate checking account.
Yeah, or expenditures
Yeah.
fund.
Yeah, she has her own one, and then y'all have a joint one that she only has access to.
She doesn't have to put any money into it.
No, she puts it all into her fun spending account. All the
Living the
money.
dream.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
No, we were both lucky that we're not materialistic at all, and it's
Yeah,
like we were joking about it's like some people have to really go through a lot of heck to sacrifice like the way that we live is like would be a huge sacrifice for a lot of people who are having like spending problems
sure.
like just naturally like they have trouble like they do internet shopping too much or they shop conveniently instead of like efficiently. And it's like a lot of the stuff that we just happen to do naturally, I feel like would be kind of just a huge sacrifice for some people. Just things that we do naturally, I guess.
Do you think that you guys are extreme in your frugality?
We question ourselves sometimes, like, are we cheap? Like, we
No.
haven't bought clothes in years. like,
Yeah,
like
that's something I'm going through a bit of a I guess I don't know if I'm doing it like other hobbies that I've pursued. Like, but I'm definitely more interested, like we talked last
yeah,
time
you
about
were
it.
talking
Like,
about last time fashion.
yeah, I'm definitely like more into just like, I don't know, buying like I guess updating my wardrobe. But I do spend money, but it's not like I spend it on things that will last a long time, I guess.
Yeah, there's an argument for that. Like, you're spending it wisely and
I think
maybe
so.
yeah investing you're investing in certain object. Did you hear any voices outside? Do I need to shut this window?
No, I didn't hear it.
Okay, you're just hearing the normal voices that you always hear.
Right.
You're
Yeah,
like
the
does he see us?
I already told Doubt and all the other voices to just at least give me an hour for the podcast, please.
Can he see us? It's
Doubt and
creepy.
self-pity. Um, okay, so we'll just start at the top here. I got a lot.
You got a ton.
I don't know why. They just came to me in my dreams, but um this one I only started noticing this week. Um, you know, I've been climbing. I realized like the other day someone asked me because I keep it on the down low that I climb because it's kind of a sacred hobby for me. I like
Mm-hmm.
to go, especially nowadays since I'm more bouldering instead of rope climbing, to like go. I usually just go by myself. Like the gym anyways. I don't know. I just see it as a opportunity to usually just be by yourself and do that whatever. And so I don't know where so someone was telling me or I didn't know you climbed. I'm like, yeah, I guess now I've been climbing for like 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
over 10 years. Um and but I don't really keep up with the industry at all. Like I don't follow like competitive climbing, or I don't watch the like because they make like yearly videos of big projects that pro climbers have sent and stuff like that. I stopped following that when I moved from Colorado, but like it something that's been like creeping its way into my algorithm now is like climber influencers.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't be surprised, and I'm really not, that that's a thing, but for some reason it's one of the most icky weird things that it's just weird to me because
Yeah.
when I lived in Colorado, like pro climbers were like dirt bags, you know. They would do, like, speaking of frugality, they would do they would live as cheaply as possible just so they could climb full time,
Mm-hmm.
like outside, or train in a gym
Because
to
there's not
climb
like
full.
tons of money in it. At least there used to not be, right?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Maybe there is now with social media and stuff like that, and like guys like Alex Honnold making climbing
Yeah, like
a
I
lot
even
more.
know his name.
Yeah, bringing a spotlight um to climbing, which is great, obviously. Um, but I think in a different way. I think hopefully Alex Honnold is also like trying to bring a more like conservational aspect to things. I don't know, versus just like this is like a cool thing I want to add to my brand, my lifestyle brand or whatever,
Mm.
anyways, yeah, it's just weird to see like just these like clean, polished people talking about, here are the 5 ways that I got from a V5 to a V6 climber. I'm like, what? That's I don't know. I'm just
Uh,
like, it was just weird because like I don't know. I would meet like pro climbers in Boulder, and they were just like, they didn't even own cell phones.
yeah.
They didn't have like Facebook or anything like that, and they're just because they just spend all of their time. Now, maybe if they were born, I don't know, a little later in life or whatever, they would probably be doing it, because it's just get with the times, dumb millennial. You have a topic on there that is related to that I also found out recently, but
Yeah.
um yeah, I guess it's just the times, and it's one of those things where it's like I'm not surprised that they've gone like more, I don't want to say corporate, but just definitely mainstream, I guess.
Well,
Um,
yeah, I just think if there is an audience to be reached, there's going to be influencers to reach them. Like, I don't know if it's chicken and egg kind of thing, which one comes first. Is it the influencers that are creating the audience? I kind of think it's the opposite. I think there is an audience of people who are interested, and therefore there's going to be influencers that jump in and start, yeah, coming up with those clickbaity titles, those like catchphrases. Here's the most efficient way to go from a V1 to a black diamond rainbow trout
yep, like Diamond
16.
Rainbow Trip. Mm-hmm.
I think that's how they evaluate rocks. Do you call them rocks or boulders?
Either's fine. They're
Okay.
both geological,
Hmm.
phenomena.
Yeah. What if you wanted to be unique and you just started calling it stone climbing?
Yeah, this is not stone climbing. What would be a better word for it? I don't know. But I like where we're on. We'll brainstorm that. So the middle topic you have, ankle socks aren't
Okay.
cool anymore. Like
This
that's something that I found out recently too, that
mhm.
it's an identifier. You're a millennial if you wear like ankle or no show socks.
Yeah, we're on the same algorithm, I think. If you go to the gym,
No-
it's the easiest way to spot like
um,
our age group, right?
sure. Yeah. I mean, yes, because they were popular. That was like a new thing when we were in our, formidable years. It was like, oh, you don't want these dad socks, these crew socks or whatever showing on your tennis shoes or whatever. Which,
Hmm.
by the way, I wear
You've
like
always wore them,
long,
I think. Yeah.
yeah, like to the gym, or I'll wear them out or something like that.
When you
I've
played
always worn them.
basketball, you would always wear longer
Yeah,
socks, I remember. Yeah.
I like them. I think they're cool. I don't know why. I just uh and I don't know. I didn't really like the no-show socks that much.
I think we all in our generation, I think we all had that moment where you wore show socks, ankle socks, whatever,
Show
and
socks.
you someone had to pull you aside, or pull me aside and say, "Can't wear these anymore. You got to show some skin down there."
Yeah, you got to show those ankles. Let those babies free.
And then now it's obviously changed to go along. I think the thing before that was in elementary school. I was thinking about this today. Is like, did wearing a backpack on one strap, did that ever come back? Like, I don't know, at your school, like maybe middle school, was that it too for you?
Maybe. Yeah, I think
Elementary
junior
school,
high.
middle school, yeah. Like you
Yeah,
did not wear a double strap backpack. It was over one
no.
shoulder. And now we
Yeah,
all
because
have these hunch problems.
people are gonna yank that backpack strap if you're wearing both
Oh yeah.
to pull you back that way. If they pull on one, you just shrug it off like, do that one. Psh, nice try, idiot.
And now it's like, no, you got to wear double strap action.
Yeah, I don't like especially with shorts. I don't necessarily love the no-show sock with the tennis shoes. I've definitely done it. It's not my favorite look in the world. It's a little PE teacher. It's kind of like a high school baseball coach kind of look. I'm not super into it. I'll do it occasionally, but I mean, what I hate about it is like, oh yeah, you're a millennial if you do this thing. It's
Yeah.
like, first of all, like, okay, why is it? First of all, why is it bad to be a millennial? You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing sadder than someone trying to, you know what I mean? Like,
Conform.
reject, yeah, reject by conforming. Like, I'm one of like, okay, I'll borrow a little bit, I'll show that like I at least have some ear to to the ground as to where trends are going like that, and I'll, pick and choose. Like I think now, like I'm not going full on with the like some of the newer fashion trends, like with the over baggy jeans and like flowy tops and shit like that. But
Jinko
I'm
jeans.
def
I heard those are coming back.
they're definitely back. But they're back, but they're not Jinko. They're not like the brand, but they're
Ah.
definitely just like giant leg jeans. They're not bell bottoms, but they are just wide. Those are definitely back. And like even like not just jeans, but like trousers, like dress pants that are really flowy.
Hmm.
They're like which people would think, maybe back in like they're not quite parachute pants, but they're close because they don't like billow. They're like still straight leg. But like people would like if a man wore that in like any other time but now, I think they would think, "Oh, are you wearing ladies' pants?" You know? But now it's like they do look cool. I mean, some of the like more extreme ones are like, you could literally put your waist in
You
one of the
gotta always
legs. Like
push it. You gotta see how far it can get pushed, right?
I think that's for me anyways, I that would be a little too far. But I definitely like appreciate some of the trends now. I think they're cool. I think they're cool. But to say that I don't want to be seen as a millennial, it's like, dude, Now you're going to be seen as a millennial even more, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. While we're on the topic of shoes and ankles and stuff, what is this black man complimenting white guy's shoes?
Oh, yeah. So I was at the, I was either I think I was across the street at the liquor store and I had just come back from work and, um, I've started like, especially if I have rehearsals, if I'm inside and I'm not like going out and marching a shitty like outside job. If I'm inside and we have like a proper band sit down rehearsal, I've tried to make a point of like dressing nice, like wearing like nice clothes. And it's a opportunity for me to like wear and try out different new stuff that I maybe normally wouldn't.
Sure.
So I tried to do that. So this week I had all rehearsal, so I just was dressing up, wearing nice shit. And right after work I went over to the liquor store because I needed to,
Fill
kill
up.
the voices,
Kill the
fill up,
boy.
kill the voices, of course. Um, and I held the door open for we'll say elderly. He was definitely in his like
He was
70s or
wearing
whatever.
ankles, like no show socks, right? So.
No, he was also dressed very well. He had like one of those like golfing caps, and like a
Oh.
nice shirt and like I mean, he's probably retired, but he's still dressed up for the day,
Mm-hmm.
And he had like a nice pair of like pants on and like cool tennis shoes, like he's 70 years old. It's fucking sick tennis shoes that like I could never pull off ever. And so I held the door open for him as I was walking out. He goes, "Thank you, sir." He goes, "Man, I love those shoes, by the way." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." I was like, "I love yours too." And anyways, it's like, "Yeah, have a good day." And I was like, "Damn, older black man complimenting my fit." As a white guy, dude, as a white guy, that feels pretty good, I have to say.
Putting on the resume.
Yeah, hell yeah. It felt pretty good. Um, there was another one. Oh, speaking of older black men, the barber at work, we have a barber at work. He's an older black gentleman. He, very nice guy, but he blasts like smooth jazz.
Nice.
Dude, like, but it's not just it's a specific type of smooth jazz. It's like Cinemax smooth jazz. It's like this guy, I won't say his name, but this guy definitely the first time he was like maybe he was getting ready for bed and he was watching like I don't know. He was watching The Predator, of course, because that's what men do, right?
Yeah, right before bed.
Right before he had a nice tall bourbon, finishes it, goes showers, comes back and he hears yeah, like just the smoothest set. And he goes, "What is that?" And
Ooh,
he hears it, he goes, "Oh shit!" And Skinamax is on, right? The porns is on, okay? The soft cores,
soft.
the softest of cores is on. But he goes right before he's like, "Oh no!" And he goes, "Wait a minute!" And he hears this music, and he goes, "This is the greatest music I've ever heard in my life."
It speaks to me.
Yeah. And so I guess he was just like, "I like the porn without the fucking. I want the porn vibe without the boinking." And
Is he
so
grooving to it when he's cutting your hair?
no, he has no reaction to it at all. He just has it on and it's like he doesn't even acknowledge it. And it's loud, dude. It's loud. It's louder than this concrete saw that's being operated just out my window here.
Can't
It's
even hear
loud. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure like there's a joke at work if you get cut by this guy, it's called getting saxed.
it.
I didn't know that. But yeah, cuz the music is it's so loud and
He's iconic now.
it's straight up Cinemax porn music.
Baby making music.
Definitely. Yeah.
He feels a certain
Anyways.
way. Maybe it stops the shakes when he's cutting, you know?
Oh God. Yeah.
I used to there used to be a barber in our hometown in my hometown, and he was an old guy, and I used to just get a buzz cut, when I was young.
Right.
And it was a really small shack. It just said barber on it. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, he would like, for kids, he would charge like, would do like $2 a cut or something. It was just like never
Because
changed his price kind of thing. Yeah.
you're just running a number four over your whole head, probably.
But I felt so bad because there was a time like my mom would always take my brother and I there to get cut, and he like the guy was missing for like a week, and apparently he had a stroke.
Oh.
And then when he came back, and so we're like, oh, we gotta go, you know, support him, get a haircut. My mom took us back there, but since he had a stroke, he was recovering. His hand was just like,
Yeah.
the closer he got the razor to your head, the more it shook. It's like,
Did it bounce on your head
yeah, it was
or
it was scary, man.
yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
yeah.
Poor guy.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him. It's probably like the thing that was like helping
That
him recover the most, but though probably.
maybe it was. I mean, it was his livelihood, his whole life. So it's
Oh,
just like,
that too, yeah.
oh, but it's like I
Yeah.
can't I can't get my hair cut and fear of cutting an artery or something.
Yeah. Um, speaking of getting older, well, should we dive in? Do you want to talk about one of yours?
Uh,
Ajumas have no shame. This sounds nice.
yeah, I'm a little scared to bring it up, but
All right, how about this? I have been seeing another algorithmic observation
uh-huh.
is just overly jacked. Like it's just like the caveman aesthetic, you know? It's just like just behemoths
Just swollen.
of I mean, yeah, just like they're going for the Viking aesthetic, you know, or
Yeah.
what they think all the Vikings looked like, right? And I don't want to say the word, but you know the word I'm thinking. I was just like, this is, there's two words that come to mind. And they're interchangeable, you
Okay.
know, the G word and R word. I just thought I
I
have
got it.
no, yeah, I have no interest in this. And this is just so silly to me. I mean, if you want to be this jacked, this massive, by all means, go ahead. You know, you're going to be taking, those guys are going to be going down the road of like TRT anyways,
Yeah.
so why not get be dependent on it in your mid 30s to start
Mm-hmm.
with or your early 30s to start with. But I just thought like and I go to the gym. I like going to the gym and I work out, but I'm definitely not like a I wouldn't say like overly muscled guy.
Right.
And I have no thanks by the way. And I
Yep, we're in a total agreement.
of course, right? Yeah, absolutely no muscles at all. No visible muscles at all. Sure, yes.
But
But
compared to
I
them, you're lean, and then they would even say to you, like, if you said anything like this to them, they would say, "Yeah, you're just weak and scrawny." Like
yeah, you're
they,
just that's just skinny bitches say,
exactly. They would have like you can't say anything to them because they just have this overinflated, you know,
Right.
body and ego.
Right. Yeah, and it's like even if you're like, yeah, that's just not the body I want. And they're like, yeah, it's because you don't want to that's because you don't want to look like a capable man. And I'm like, okay. Okay, Hey,
That's all you can say. You can't say, "Oh yeah, well, you know, I'm I've got functional fitness." You can't say doesn't mean
no,
anything to them.
no, but it's like I can literally do all of the stuff that you have to do every day just as easily,
Yeah.
you know? It's like,
What are you preparing
okay,
for?
yeah. And again, I kind of hate that, but because it's like on the one hand, it's not like you're overcharging this battery and because of your physique, it's just like you're gonna like live to be 250 years old. It's like, no, you're like you have a physique that's functional, but at a certain point, I have to believe if you're not like an athlete and you're not competing in like world's strongest man or like whatever, it's like it's not really s- okay, it's now it's just serving some vanity
Well,
threshold that you have.
there's no sport that you can excel in whenever you're that big.
Right.
There's not a sport out there that you could do
Yeah,
well
unless
in when you're that big.
yeah, unless you're competing in it like a in a physique, like a bodybuilding where you're just like showing your physique off.
Right,
And
like a
if it's not
modeling
it,
type thing, yeah.
I guess that's not a sport necessarily, but yeah, you're right. You're right. And at a certain point, it's like you said, functional versus like, I don't even know. It would be just like
I hate that. I
aesthetics.
don't really like that term either. That's why I said it the way I did, but like
Yes.
functional fitness, yeah.
It is a little cringy because it's like even people just walking around, I'm like functionally fit. It's like, all right,
It's
but you're
such a
like,
vague generic term that can be
right,
applied to anything.
exactly. But it's like it for the in terms of just like I do all of the day to day, I can like get up without making a noise, without or sit down without making a noise, even though I do it now out of sheer habit.
Hey, you're
Uh,
gonna be 36
for,
tomorrow. It's gonna
uh
be louder than ever.
all of my bones creaking.
For this whole year, it's not even, I haven't turned 36. I've been telling people I'm 36 this whole year. I'm just like, I'm done with
You're
it.
already there.
I'm
Yeah,
already there.
yeah. Um, I went out the 2 nights ago with actually my neighbor. My neighbor invited me out with some of his friends, and I was telling him, oh yeah, I'm turning 36, and they were like, 36, whoa. And I was like, well, yeah, well, how old do you think I was? I don't know, 34. And I was like, what? You thought I was 2 years younger?
That's how over the hill 36
Yeah.
is. It's that
It's
big
like,
of a
damn.
difference.
It's like, oh, you just thought I was in my early 30s? Great,
A guy, okay, not even joke. A guy today said that there's these two foreign exchange students that come to our shop all the time. I've been talking to them, and he was joking, saying that one of them is very young. He's like 16 years younger than me. And then the other guy said, technically, you're old enough to be his dad. Like, what?
Oh,
That's like, that's a, that's a stretch. It's like, yeah, if I made certain decisions in high school, maybe, but it's like,
yeah.
gee.
It's like, sure, I could have sired him when he, 16 years ago, but yeah.
Literally, that happened like, yeah, 4 or 5 hours ago.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Wow. Uh, where are we going with this? Oh yeah. Anyways, yeah, I guess where maybe some guys would be like, I'm getting older. I need to start getting jacked, right? That
Going
probably
with
that
sauce.
that has to happen multiple times in men's lives, right? It's
Hmm.
like when they're in high school, then when they're in college, then when they're living on their like they're doing the bachelor thing, and then midlife crisis, and then they just give up on it. I've already given up on it. I'm 36, given up on it. Yeah,
Giving
I
up on
just
the
got
aesthetic aspect of it, or what? What?
yeah,
Because
just like
you're still going to the gym.
oh yeah. And then like just the being like I want to get I had a friend of mine the other day like a month ago say, "Yeah, I want to get jacked." And I was like, you don't know how many dudes I've heard say that. I'm just like, it won't happen. It won't happen. It will not happen for you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
With
Yeah.
the
Dude, I've been
with the attitude and your motivation just being I want to get jacked, that's not strong enough motivation for it to
no.
become reality.
I mean, I've been working out consistently.
Yeah.
Like I have not I mean the long like I'll take a week or two off every now and then, but like if I said, yeah, I've been working out since high school, very consistently and exercising, people are like, well, you don't. Probably doesn't show as much as like it's
Right.
these like beefcakes, these like
I'm kidding.
giant behemoths on
Right.
Instagram. You know what I mean? Um, So just to think that, yeah, like today I'm gonna get jacked. It's like, okay, all right. I hope you're
Right.
on something that's gonna help you like like severely, speed up that whole process. Because trust me, man, it takes years and years.
Right. I think the same motivation and thought process behind that kind of phrase of I want to get jacked. Like that's also going through their head is I want to meet girls, I want to party, I want to hang out with
Oh
my
yeah,
friends. Like that's the same. It's
I
it's
want
in
some attention.
right. It's in the same like realm of thought. Like those thoughts are all existing at the same time. I feel like so. Yeah, it's
Totally.
not gonna happen.
I'm uh I'm starting. They're probably like, I want to be seen more. Like, yeah, I want more attention from girls, and let's be honest, and guys too.
Hmm.
Definitely, those guys are just like, I want all the straight guys' eyes on me. That's what I want. I want to be the biggest beefcake in the room, and I want all the straight dudes coming to me. Goes, dude, what routine are you on, man? What's your split? That's what I want more
Hmm.
than I want the ladies' attention. I want straight guys at Planet Fitness coming up to me and going, "Hey, dude, what's your split?
What do you do
What's your
to get
macros,
that?
dude? Get that.
Are you
What'd you do to
natty?
get that?" Dude,
That was another thing that I never I've heard those conversations online, but I overheard a conversation of guys talking like that at the shop, and
oh, really?
they didn't look they didn't look like they should be having that conversation. But yeah, one
Yeah.
guy was like, "Yeah, I'm natty." Like, yeah, you don't say.
You should have been like, obviously.
It's like, you don't say.
You
You're he was wearing
turn down the music. Yeah, no shit.
he was wearing like muscle shirt, like cut off
Uh-huh.
sleeves or whatever, and it's like, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, you didn't.
he obviously lifts weights, but it's
Uh-huh.
like he's not that big to be saying that.
Yeah. Obviously lifts weights and eats a lot.
Yeah,
He's got
just letting you know
those
that
two
I'm
aspects of
natty.
getting big. Yeah. I'm all natural. I do this with purely fast food. That's the natural bulk. Is McDonald's and protein shakes.
Right. Hey, what's that
Oh
book you got
gosh.
bought next to you?
Yeah, this is
Finally.
between finally. I have a probably, let's see, how many pages do I have left? I have about close to 100 pages, maybe 90 pages left.
Such a good
It's
book.
pretty good. Dude, it's great.
I recommended it. Took like 2 months for you to finally get it.
Well, I read a lot of other books
True.
between
Yeah, murder. You were
between
doing
two fires.
Murderbot. Murderbot
I was doing,
was good.
yeah, I read a few other recommendations, but this one's it's very good. I don't know. Definitely never read anything else like it,
Mm.
and I
It's a
mean,
weird genre,
fantasy horror.
but at the same time, I feel like it's neither of those.
You don't think so? It's definitely, it's definitely more horror than fantasy, I think.
Yeah, but it's got like a lot of comedy in there, and
Yeah,
it's got some like religious undertones.
definitely.
Maybe not even
I
undertones. Like there's some overt religious like symbology in there.
Yeah, symbology,
Sim symbala.
symbola, symbolisms.
Yeah.
I think anytime you mention or you put yourself in the world of like medieval period, you immediately think Catholic Church. Immediately.
Oh yeah.
At least I do. Like serfdom Catholicism,
Well,
just pure.
and with that book, with his like I read another of his books and called Black Tongue Thief, and it's
Uh-huh.
full on fantasy. He had to do all world building stuff, but I feel like the way he wrote this Between Two Fires is he almost he his goal was to like cut to the chase as much as
Yeah.
possible. Like even choosing the setting to be real world France, it's like it takes so much of the time away. Like there's zero world building because it's
Yeah.
happening in the world. Like
Yeah.
in this time period, like the events that it describes I believe are fictional, but it's like right away
Yeah.
you can imagine you can imagine the setting without any sort of help of like this kingdom attacking that kingdom, whatever. And then in that same way, there's a lot of cool moments where it's like they talk about what needs to happen or what is going to happen, and then it's just like done. And
Yeah.
it almost feels like he's skipping parts that you want to know about, but at the same time you're along for the ride. Like,
Yeah, there's no like the normal build up around, like you said, the world building aspect of like when there's a monster, there's no like it's just oh now there's a
yeah,
monster and it's
exactly.
no like where it came from or like
Mm-hmm.
what kind of it's just like oh there is a monster now. Oh, you're in a you're this is a demon for you're just like oh okay this is a devil or whatever. Like it's just like yeah there's no like what universe they can't yeah I mean there's a little bit of that but it's like you're right in that all of the monsters are from like it all of the aspects of fantasy are like heaven and hell. There's no like
Mm-hmm.
and that's it's like it's very it's literally as clean cut as that. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the monsters are from heaven and hell and we're in the middle and that's the world he's built.
Mm-hmm. And you're in
Yeah.
you recognize it. It's recognizable from the beginning. And then there's
It
tons of questions that come up, but you don't really necessarily need answers to those questions. You just want to know like what's happening next. Okay, where are they going now?
yeah. Well, if you've read fantasy, you're like there at least for me there's always this like fear in the back of my mind that oh I'm forgetting some kind of detail here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaving some kind of deep, but with this, you just have to trust, like you said, trust yourself that no, it's just heaven, hell, earth. That's it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to think about anything else, which is kind of nice. You don't have to be distracted by those because like when I was reading Lord of the Rings, it was like I tried so hard to remember every little detail, and
Yeah.
you know, or when you read these books, you're like drawing lines to who the character and what hold they belong to and oh god you know what oh god what war they fought in and who they you know all that shit but this doesn't really do that I don't know and the storytelling is I don't know and I read some reviews online that like people had a hard time getting into it and
What?
I was like what it just like from the get it's just like good I don't
Yeah,
know
I was a little worried because I talked it up so much that you would have trouble like, okay, when is this great book supposed to start? But man, yeah, I felt like
from the
it's
jump I thought it was great
awesome. Yeah.
yeah um I don't want to talk too much about it but um so spoilers if you're reading it if you're gonna read it or anything like that but um there was a quote and I have it on my topics here um Thomas one of the he is one of the main characters um I can't remember exactly what the situation was but the quote was I do what I say which is why I don't say much
That's awesome.
yeah such a fucking badass quote I don't know
He's a
it's just
really
a
good main character.
yeah, super good. And that's why I really want them to make a show out of it because
Yeah, who would play him?
well, the one guy I had the only person in like in that I could connect him to is that guy in Game of Thrones. You know
Oh, that
that bodyguard for the
yeah, Baron or Bannus.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's missing the ear later on in the show or something like that.
yeah, he's great. Um, if you're going more Hollywood, what's the guy from No Country
Yeah.
from Old Men?
Oh, Brolin.
Brolin might be good in that, but
It's got to be
he's
someone big though. Like because Thomas
mm,
is constantly his physical
constantly described, isn't it?
a big like a bear or a bull of a man
Yeah.
like but like this like you know he's definitely one of those speak softly but carry a big stick type of type of guys.
I think he's Samoan, so I think maybe there's an
Oh,
actor that
no,
could
please, no.
The Rock.
Yeah,
And then
or like Jason Momoa.
maybe instead of the little girl, they could change some stuff. It could be like Kevin Hart or something.
Yeah, Kevin Hart.
It's just a
Kevin
buddy
Hart.
film.
Yeah, Kevin Hart plays a witch from the medieval times. A witch from medieval France. Yeah, that'd go real well. It's like, yeah,
If anyone read the book, that's funny. That's funny to picture that. What we just
yeah,
said was funny.
yeah, comedy. No, yeah, I was try I because I am try I was trying to think of who would play them, and it would just have to be like, I don't know. It would have to be a good actor too. That's the thing, you know,
Yeah.
someone who can like act without saying a lot of things. I don't know. Maybe then Jason Momoa. Is that his name?
Jason Momoa is one of the guys that's
He's Aquaman, right?
yeah, Aquaman.
Yeah. But even
What's the guy
even
from
then,
he was in the Blade Runner, newer Blade Runner.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, that not Ryan Gosling though.
Oh, Batista.
Batista. Yeah. He was
Yeah.
in kind of
Yeah.
a film like that already.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
could see that.
it'd be good.
Yeah, he'd be good. I think he'd be pretty good. That's a good one.
Nailed it. He
Nailed it. We
needs to
did it.
get big. He needs to get a bit bigger though.
Yeah, I don't know how tall he is. How tall is he?
He's huge.
What's his first name?
Dave Batista. It's kind
Is it
of a
really
French
Dave?
sounding name, yeah.
Oh, it is Dave. He's 55, definitely on TRT. He's 6'6". Okay, Jesus.
He's
I didn't
huge.
know he was that tall. Holy
Yeah, he's a
hell.
giant.
Okay, that'd be good. Yeah, put him in it.
Dave Bautista.
Put him in it. Get him in there. Let's go, guys.
Between
Who
two
would direct it?
fires. It would be it would be who does like fantasy these days?
I know who could ruin some fantasy
Mm,
movies. You know, J.J. Abrams definitely would ruin one.
mm-hmm.
What's the other guy?
Uh
What's
yeah, the guy
Michael Bay?
Michael Bay.
That
He doesn't make any movies anymore, I don't think.
he's not out there ruining movies.
Yeah.
Cool, good. Oh, he's gonna be um oh are they making a movie called Oh, they're making a movie called Grendel and he's gonna be Beowulf.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So he's getting close.
Yeah, that's real
He's
close
getting
right there.
we're getting close. Maybe by the time he's 70, he'll play Thomas in Between Two Fires.
I'm excited for you to
um
finish the book though. Got a great ending. Spoiler,
okay,
great
cool.
ending.
Yeah. I'm at the spoiler. Stop now. No, I'll talk about it off stream, but
Okay.
um anyways. Okay, it's my birthday tomorrow. This is gonna air on my birthday, so share this episode as my birthday present.
Gonna be your birthday here in exactly 1 hour.
Nice. I'm expecting the UPS guy to deliver my birthday present from you at any moment. So
Yep, it's on the way. Might be late.
yeah, whatever. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Recording stopped.
I'm at the part where they're at the feast of the popes,
Okay. Oh.
and she has performed a miracle to make them look like the guy that took Thomas's lands
Uh-huh.
and
She
his
took him to
page.
the river and like submerged his body and yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
She
weird.
made him forgive to cleanse him basically so he didn't have any like hate or any ill will towards anybody.
Basically baptized him, right?
Yeah, I baptized him. Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially. Yeah. Um I'm wondering if like if they're gonna pull an M. Night Shyamalan and she's just been like, I mean, obviously she's like an angel or something is possessed her body.
Hmm.
That's what I'm thinking this whole time. And then Thomas is just like just like fucking, he's like the only type of person that could, he's physically strong, emotionally pretty strong, like obviously he struggles with
Right.
being like a berserker and like being this like tender, understanding person,
Yeah.
This he's a knight, obviously. That's kind of the line you have to toe, I guess. Um, but yeah, I'm just because she's obviously an angel of some kind. I don't know, or they've hinted at an angel or a witch or
Hmm.
something like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool though.
Yeah, he's a guy who lived by the code, followed it to like faithfully, and just got shat on.
Yeah,
Lost
because he's
everything.
yeah because he's of low birth, you know, he had to even more than people born in higher like of
Standing.
higher blood than him, yeah, of higher standing than him. I feel like he had to like live by this code even more to like prove himself. And I forget how like his it talks about how he accidentally was knighted.
Hmm.
Do you remember that? Like there was some circumstance where people were just knighting like people after like not even had really I think they were about to go into
They
a
were
battle
going
or
into
something like
the
that.
battle, yeah.
And so this person just knighted a bunch of people because I think they thought that everyone was just going to get killed or something like
Right.
that.
It was like a bloodbath.
Yeah. Um, but he was a knight when they did the Battle of Crecy.
Hmm.
He was a knight, I
Yeah, he
think.
was already a knight.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, you're right. He just like gets
His
totally shat on
wife, his yeah.
because of that one guy. Yeah. Well, she turned because she wanted to like save herself. I
Hmm.
think she wanted to save her own skin.
So yeah, he's got to come to grips with that. He's got to kind of find himself, even though he kind of follows. He does in the end do things that are morally good because he
Yeah.
is good. He's also capable of doing a lot of evil, which is kind of necessary to get her to where she needs to go. So,
Yeah. I think she's definitely there's like a naivety toward Delphine, right?
hmm.
And there's like a sort of like with Thomas, it would be so easy for him to just be a complete, like, to reference another book, a complete murder bot, you know?
Yeah.
Because he's like, I mean, you got to think this guy, he's probably like huge
Hmm.
compared to like medieval people in medieval France,
Hmm.
you know? He's literally, he's a giant. He's
Like
a
the
devil. He's a
mountain, yeah.
demon. Yeah, he's a demon from hell, and he's probably could just go around just lopping people's extremities off
The
with his sword.
bathhouse.
Yeah, he could have just. I mean, he could have just like they were like or reeds or whatever, just
Yeah.
like cut him down, but he didn't. Yeah, I wish he would have. But there, when he's before he's getting baptized, this is like where I thought like this is like how his like a fortitude or I don't know what the word is, but um he had to forgive his wife,
Hmm.
you know? And he's like, "No, I want her to have I want everyone and everyone around her to have died horribly and then she got sick and died, you
Hmm.
know? That's the only way I'll forgive her." And then Delphine's like, "No, that's called justice and you're not going to get that. Sorry." Because you don't know. That's the thing. It's like you don't know. We're not
Hmm.
like we can't teleport and see if that happened. You have to forgive her.
Before, yeah.
Just you have to forgive her because you want to just forgive her, not because of not because of like, and not on your own conditions, I
Hmm.
guess. And I was like, dude, as a man, especially as a man as like powerful that like could solve any problem with his like brute strength, for him to just go, all right, I let it all go. Like that was like it's a pretty powerful moment. Very subtle because it's like literally one of the shortest chapters in the book,
Yeah. Everything
you know?
everything happens quickly. There's not much
Yeah.
time to dwell and think about what happens, and then the characters even they're already moved on. They're not really thinking about what
Yeah.
happened.
I think it's really understated how strong of a person you have to be to do some, I don't know, to do something like that, to forgive someone, like, because they talk about later how in love they were, and all of this, like how above, like how above his level, how out of his league she was, because he's lowborn and she has some royal blood in her, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, she can read and sing and write and dance, and she's funny and very beautiful, obviously. And I mean, he's like all of those things too, but he's just like kind of an idiot a little bit, not very book smart, not well read. He like became a knight, like kind
Got
of,
land.
you know, lucky, He got land, like kind of lucky just because he's like some very physically capable person. And then yeah, then to get shit on, and then to be asked to forgive, I don't know, is like very understated, I felt. Yeah.
He had it all and
Pretty
lost
cool
it
though.
all, and he's got to be okay
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, and for him not to just rampage because the end of the world is here, and just
God.
like the demons are already here, and he could just fucking, I mean, that's like a wet dream of every guy too, right? To
Apocalypse.
just, yeah, apocalypse, and just to be rogue, and just like, just going with your fucking sword and just like mowing everything. I don't know. It's like that's a dream too. I don't know.
That's why it kind of reminds me of a game like Elden Ring or something.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
All right, I'm gonna stop recording the bonus content.